This is Jason Kanigan for Make Space Boring. And I just had a realization of what my last guest was talking about. So there's Make Space Boring, which is the daily vlog. Well, it tries to be daily, but sometimes I'm just too darn busy. Of who I'm meeting and what I'm learning in the space field. That's this, okay? And it's short, and I don't do much editing with it. I just throw it up there and make sure that the commentary is right on it, the subtitles, and that's cool. And it's follow me kind of thing, show your work kind of thing. If you don't know that book, go look and find it. It's a little square book called Show Your Work, and you'll see what I'm doing here. And it's a chance to tag the heck out of people and get some attention on these folks for what they're doing. So let's see. Last few days I recorded with Grant Anderson of Paragon Space Development Corp. That is all about thermal control, this company, spacesuits and venting heat and keeping heat in. Very important topic and often overlooked in the space field, where folks think, oh, I just need to get the rocket launch working and we're going to be fine. Well, yeah, that's great, but then once you get up there, you're going to find that you have a number of other problems to deal with that maybe you weren't thinking were so important in the rush just to get the launch done. So Paragon is all about, especially for a manned space flight, human beings don't like to be super uncomfortable. So our discussion really revolved around that. It was really neat. Today, just now, I finished up talking with Dr. Troy Howe of Howe Industries. They were awarded a NASA NIAC Phase 1 grant back in April 2019, not too long ago, and they're just finishing up that research phase. So really neat on a nuclear propulsion system for CubeSats, and the idea is to send a mission out eventually to Europa and fly a swarm of CubeSats through one of these geysers shooting off and go, is there life there? So I thought that was really neat. We covered a number of other topics as we usually do. And that is the full format Cold Star Project podcast or show if you're watching on video. And those are two distinct things, okay? Cold Star Project has over 100 episodes, been around quite a while now, a year and a half, something like that. And it is all about the unexpected challenges of scaling companies, in particular now for season 2, which we're in the middle of now, 14, 15 episodes in, the challenges of scaling small sat manufacturers and space companies. Okay, that's a different thing than this, which is Make Space Boring, is a quick update of who I'm meeting and what I'm learning. Okay, so that's the deal with that. All right. If you have not signed up for email updates, a lot of you have. It's cool. You can I will email you a link to this and Cold Star Project episodes as they come out, maybe some interesting stuff if I see it. I don't bombard you. Those who are on my list know this. You might get, and I don't usually do it on weekends unless I do one of those special videos, you know, like the ITAR versus EAR thing that I did. But you won't get too many messages from me, 3, 4, 5 a week maybe at the most. And I'll link you up to what I'm doing here, and then you don't have to rely on seeing it by accident in social media, right? So you can sign up for those email updates at coldstartech.com/MSB, short for Make Space Boring, and I'll get you on the list. So Professor Marek Ziebart booked. He is at the University College London. He is interested in space geodesy, which is a pretty new term for me. I will let you have the fun of going and looking it up. He will be on, I think we're recording in April. We are booking in April now. So if you are interested in being a guest on the Cold Star Project, I highly recommend you get in touch with me and get that booking link and fill it out now, because otherwise that gap's just going to get longer and longer and longer. I have run into a number of people who have told me that, and I can see it in the viewing and in the audio version, the listener stats, the counts are going up. They're more frequent, they're faster, you know, to get to certain numbers of listener targets, and that's great. But people have told me that there is a need for this kind of conversation about space topics. Space law, tech, getting these folks kind of in the same, if not in the same room, the same headspace. It's looking like the Cold Star Project is kind of falling into that role. So I'm very appreciative of it, and I look forward to wherever this ends up. You know, it's ecological thing that's growing. I do have a business to run, and this is a full-time job shepherding this show. But boy, it has enabled me to meet people I probably wouldn't have been able to in just walking around regular life. So that's awesome. Remember to sign up if you want those email updates, coldstartech.com/MSB, and check out the Cold Star Tech site, coldstartech.com, and check out what we do, because what we do is not the typical design or manufacturing. We're not focused on, say, rocket launches or developing propulsion technology or something like that. We're a process engineering firm, and we have a few interesting capabilities that other people don't have in terms of data science and open source intelligence. We're entering a phase that really needs automotive style continuous manufacturing process, and that is something that we are very good at here at Cold Star Tech. So if you're going to produce more than one small sat or more than one small sat at a time, you should be talking to us, because I guarantee you have no idea what's available to you. It's in that don't know what you don't know phase of things, and it could be a real wake-up call about cost reduction and quality improvement. I mean, when you look at a 40+% failure rate of small sat missions, something isn't being done right, and something needs to improve, and we have the glue to make that happen. That's it for me. I will talk to you tomorrow.